Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Hey everybody, so I'm sorry that my camera quality isn't going to be amazing today. I'm still working on figuring out what to do with that. But today I just wanted to do a quick video for you guys about the things that I wish I had known before I graduated college. So my college experience was definitely a little bit, I think, more intense than most people's. I graduated in 3 years. I was working 20 hours a week. I had internships. It was a lot. I graduated from Chapman University with a degree in television writing and production. So now I'm working in essentially Hollywood. About my college experience, I would say that there is nothing that I would necessarily like completely change right off the bat, but there's definitely things that I wish that I had known earlier that would have made my experience I think overall better. I just want to clarify that all of this stuff is my opinion. It may not necessarily be somebody else's experience. It might not be your personal experience. This is just what I have found personally. So let's get started. Internships are more important than grades. Internships, I think, open up the door to being able to get a job once you graduate. It opens up a lot of opportunities for people. I think that at the end of the day, where you intern and how many internships you have ultimately will matter more than what grades you're getting in your classes, because once you get out into the real world and start looking for jobs, they're gonna care what's on your resume. They're not really gonna care so much about your GPA. For example, if you worked at HBO, if you were at ABC, if you did all of these amazing internships, you go out and look for a job, but your grade is, I don't know, a 3.0, that's gonna be okay with them, because what they really wanna see is how ambitious you are and what types of things are you really going after. So my second tip is experiment, but not with your classes. So I would say stay on track for what you're supposed to be taking. I wouldn't take classes outside of what your like major requirements or minor requirements are, just because classes are incredibly expensive, and so I don't think that it's really worth it unless you really know that you're going to be doing something with that class in the future to take something outside of those requirements. However, if there's something that interests you that is totally outside of what you would normally do, go out and like try something with that. Like go out and see if that is something that interests you, and if it really is, then build it into your education, then build it into your class schedule. Okay, so my third tip is don't overwork yourself. Like I said, grades, once you kind of get out into the working world, they really don't matter that much. So I would say it's really important to make sure that you have time to eat, right? That you have time to sleep, that you have time to go to the gym and work out. Because while, you know, like I said, grades are really important, it's, I think, really more valuable to make sure that you are taking care of your body and that you are doing the best that you can for it. Number 4, I had a really hard time with this. I have a really hard time just approaching people and introducing myself and saying hello, especially if it's somebody that I know casually. If I don't know them at all, it's not really a problem for me. I don't know if this is the case with anybody else, but if I know them casually, it's hard for me to kind of approach people and like say, hey, like this is, I think what you're doing is cool. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to go and introduce yourself. Don't be afraid to go say hello, because 99% of the time people will be receptive. People will be interested, and it allows you to kind of build connections while you're still in school without having to necessarily do the whole like I am networking now thing. All right, number 5, and I have again so much trouble with this, is ask for help. Talk to your professors. Like after class, if you don't understand something, you don't get it, you want to get that extra face time with that professor, go up, ask for help, say I don't understand, I need some help, can you sit down with me, can we schedule office hours? Because professors really, really like that. If professors see, like even if you're not doing great in the class, if professors see that you care and that you're trying, pretty much 100% of the time, they will not only 1, boost your grade, but then 2, they'll offer help for you. Maybe in terms of jobs, maybe in terms of an internship that they heard about, maybe just in creating better work, they'll notice you and they will really go the extra mile to help you out. Number 6, and for somebody like me, I think of myself as pretty friendly, so this one is also hard for me, but you don't have to be friends with everybody. You do not have to feel like you need to make connections with every single person. You don't have to click with every single person, because a lot of times I think when students first get to college, they see all of these new people and it's really exciting, and you kind of feel like you have to be friends with everybody. And maybe later on you realize, this person doesn't click with me. I don't feel like I want to spend the extra time with this person, but now I feel obligated because I introduced myself. Number 7, you don't have to be the best, but you should keep trying anyway. So I feel like, as somebody who always wants to be the best at anything that I'm doing, it's really hard for me to stay motivated if I'm not at first the top of the class. If you are not number 1, it's okay. Like, it is okay, because at the end of the day, even though if like freshman year you get in there, there's this kid that's super talented, by senior year they will not be the best if they don't keep trying, because there are hundreds of other kids who are all trying to get to the same place that kid is at. And if they consistently work every single day, they will inevitably be better. You've been really working hard, you're gonna be better than that top kid freshman year who does not care, who won't try at all, but they're just really talented. Number 8, and this one I actually was pretty good about. Keep a planner. And keep a planner because if you're somebody like me who's taking 5 or 6 classes a semester, and even if you're not, you have a million projects to worry about. You have a million meetings that you're setting up. You have a million things that you need to remember and that you need to do. And if you don't write it down, you are going to forget. You're going to forget deadlines, you're going to forget meetings, and it doesn't look good. Number 9, and I guess this kind of feeds in from keeping a planner, but there will never be enough time for everything. There will never be enough time for everything that you want to do. So pick and choose what you want to do. Pick and choose what's most important to you, because you're never going to be able to have enough time to do absolutely everything you want to do, because everything is cool. There's so much cool stuff out there. There's so much that you can do. Really sit down and evaluate what is worth giving your time to, and give your time 100% to those things. Number 10, be the person that you want to be. I spent a lot of my college career feeling like, oh, I really want to do this, or I really want to be this. And there were lots of times where I was not those things, and I didn't take the steps to be those things. So if you guys are like me in that sense, and just anybody, don't be afraid to do the things that you want to do and be the things that you want to be, regardless of what everybody else will think about you. Because at the end of the day, if you are actually being the thing that you want to be, and you are doing the things that you want to do, people are going to think it's cool. People are going to be supportive of it. People are going to see you and they'll be like, hey, I saw that thing that you're doing, or I saw what you're doing. That's awesome. Do more of that. So I think that pretty much wraps up the 10 things that I wish that I had known before I graduated college. I hope that this helps some of you who have maybe not graduated yet, or maybe will be starting college soon. Again, this I'm sure is not everybody's experience, but this is my own experience, and I hope that it ultimately helps some of you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.